Good morning everybody. I am knackered and I need some energy. So, right, I've got to have a bit of a sort out of my shed, make some room, because we've only gone and bought another project. But not said that for a long time. Here's the new project. So, there it is. We'll pop and have a look at it in a minute. Right, what do I want to do? I want to get that painted. Have a bit of a sort out. Right, hang on. Let's have a look at this bike. I step back in the shed. Apologies in advance because I'm going to go out into the wind, and this camera hates the wind, so there's going to be audio problems. But bear with me, and we'll see how it goes. If you look back on my channel about 3 years, I think, something like that, you'll see I had a Kawasaki BN125, an 06 plate one. I got it for free. A guy gave it to me and I did very well out of it. It was in excellent condition, and I've done it up, traded it in for a Suzuki with a dealer, and that dealer promptly put it up for about 1800 quid. Anyway, this one is nowhere near as nice. It's in very rough shape. It's not been on the road since 2016. So let's go and take a look at it. I still don't know how far I'm going to go with it either. Whether it's going to be a full-on restore or just tart it up and kick it down the road. But it's almost certainly going to want new tyres on it. What do you think I paid for it, guys? I'm not going to tell you right now, but I will tell you later. But the spiders have made it their home. Exhaust, probably going to need cleaning up and wrapping, I don't know. The back tyre is very good, but given its age I probably need to change that as well. The back wheel I think will clean up nicely. The front wheel probably not as much, but I have got some Tiger Zontes 125 wheels. I wonder if they'll fit. Front disc is worn. It was an advisory on its last MOT in 2016. This grab rail here, I'm fairly certain that's incorrect. I think it should have a chrome grab rail with a backrest on it, so we might try and find one of them. David Attenborough would have a fucking field day. The seat is mouldy and lichen covered, but it's in good nick, it'll clean up. This one's a 2003, as you can see. Some dry rot on the indicator there, and some gravel rash. Now when I wheel it along, it makes a god-awful noise. I think it's probably the chain, to be honest with you. That's probably from frozen links in it. So there's something going on the back there. Rust everywhere. Look at that kickstand. Some very nice front pegs on it though. They might clean up nice. I've had a look inside the tank, and the inside the tank is excellent. It is extremely clean. 32,000 miles. It's done about 300 mile since its last MOT in 2016. Then it was parked up. Now, I have been aware of this bike for many years. It actually belonged to my daughter's partner, and I've been trying to buy it off him for some time. He's finally decided that he isn't going to fix it, and he's sold it on to me. Now, it spent about 2.5–3 years, roughly, I'm thinking, in a dry garage, unused. It was then moved to another location where it stood outside for a year or two, and then it was moved again to another location where it stood outside for a year or two. So it's been about 3 years probably out in the elements with no protection, no cover, nothing, and it has suffered. Now the engine is free. I have checked that. It's not seized. Beyond checking that the engine is seized and blowing the tyres up so I could wheel it, I've done nothing with it. And the reason I'm knackered and drinking my energy drink is because the brakes are part seized, and I've just had to push the fucking thing about 400 yards to get it into my back garden, and it's absolutely killed me. So there it is, guys. Quick intro. 2003 Kawasaki BN125 Eliminator. Give me your thoughts on it. Firstly, what do you think I paid for it? Comments below. And secondly, how far should we go with it? We could tart it up the bare minimum, get an MOT on it and kick it down the road. We could go a full-on tear it down to every last nut and bolt restore on it. Or we could go somewhere in between the two. Which is probably what I'm going to do, I don't know. But anyway, there it is, the new project. We will run and work on this alongside my GPZ project, which is more of a long-term one. And yeah, just nice to get something different on the channel, because it's for the last few months it's not been Motorcycle Junkie, it's been the GPZ channel. So we are gonna get something different. So I think the first thing we'll do, probably not right now though, is spin the engine over a little bit, check for spark, clean the carb, just see if we can get it running for starters, and then we can look at beautifying it a little and see if we can get it back as being a usable bike. Thank you guys, catch you later. Right then, bonus footage, or bonus for me. The tool roll on the front, knackered, absolutely beyond repair. It fell apart when I opened it. However, inside it was a half decent bike cover. So the GPZ parts bike has now been relegated to outside under that cover, because I'm not too concerned if that gets damp or wet. That's that other 125. I will get back to that one day. One day, you never know. So yeah, there's the bonus. Right, now I'm going to wheel this down, and for the first time in fuck knows how many years, this is going to spend its first night undercover. What a bonus for it. It must be delighted. Anyway, just a little note on the price. I've asked you all to guess what the price is. I won't keep you in suspense too long. I'll reveal it on the next video, I think. But in my opinion, I've not got an absolute bargain. And at the same time, I don't think I've overpaid for it. I think I've paid pretty much what a bike in this state is worth. But I'm not playing games. I'm just curious as to what you guys think, because I may be miles off. You might say you've overpaid, mate, big style, you're going to lose money. Not that I'm bothered. Or you've got an absolute bargain, mate, it's worth twice that. I really don't know, which is why I'm asking you to give me your opinions as to its value. Anyway, let me get this wheeled down to the shed. I've got a little bit of painting work to do for the GPZ, and then I might stick a squirt of petrol down the plug hole and see if she fires. Right, first things first, let's start by getting the battery off it. I don't for a second think it's going to be any bloody good, but that's where we've got to start. There's also going to be a couple of eviction orders served on some resident wildlife that's made this bike home for the last 8 years. Battery looks very clean, to be honest. We will try and see if it'll come back. That's just turning. test meter across it in situ, couldn't I? Yeah. The only trouble is where's my test meter? Let me find that. Right. I've got a couple of test meters, but can I find them? Can I, folk? Right, volts DC, which is that, I think. So, click that one. I've lost one of the probes off this set, so I've got a dog clip on it. And we have 1.09 volts. So I think we can safely say that's fucked. Doubt very much whether that will come back, but it's worth a go. Now before I take it off, come here you bugger, I'm going to put my little jump pack on it and just see what comes to life. My little Nocco. I've not used this one. My old one blew up, so I bought this new one. That thing. Well, 2 or 3 months ago, I would think. And I've not actually used it. Yourself. They're not very good clips, to be honest, not for these small terminals anyway. Let's just give that a go. Okay. Do I have to press anything, or is that it? Keys, what have I done with them? You didn't tell me this. Side panel. Right. Let's see if anything comes to life. Ignition on, and nothing. Now do I have to press something on this? Now I've got a little, I don't know what that means. It's like a little exclamation mark. What happens if I press that one? I should, by rights, read the instructions, shouldn't I? But no, I'm not getting nothing out of that. Absolutely no signs of life. No hooter. As soon as I press that, that's... Ah, fuck it. Right, we'll whip the battery off, put it on charge. Maybe we'll connect that directly to the terminals without the battery being connected. See if we can... Off you get. There's something not right there. Maybe the battery's shorted out or something. It's that fucked. Who knows? Who cares? Right. Put that back in there. This is the best bit of when you buy a project like this, the best bit of it, the most enjoyable part, to be honest, is this initial, what have I bought, is there any fucking life in it sort of thing. Probably the bit where you become most disappointed as well. When you realise that what you've bought is a complete and utter bag of shit. Not saying that that's where we are with this one. Let's see if we can get that battery off. I've got an Oxford optimizer thing that will it's supposed to be really good for recovering batteries that are irrecoverable, if you like. So, right, you're going to come out without me having to, because they've put an Allen key on one side and a 10mm on the other. No. Let me see if I can get an Allen key for that side. There'll be one here that fits somewhere. No, I think she's rounded out. Ball type. That's the old. What comedian was it that did that joke about the guy that went into chemist and said, I want a deodorant, and the chemist said ball type, and he said no, front of the arms. I'll tell you guys, I'm wasted here really. Right, I ain't going to be able to get that off, so we're going to have to use brute force and ignorance. Oh, that's not the way to do it, but the result was the same. Right, tell you what, before we put that on charge, let's go again with the old Nocco, but this time we'll go straight onto the terminals. And just see if there's any different result. Now, I'm still getting that exclamation mark. Absolutely fuck all. Oh no, they're the lights. I don't know what that one does. Suffice to say, this is not responding positively. So, okay, I might have to have a quick read up on how to use this Nocco thing properly. I'm going to check the water levels in that battery. Then we'll get it on the old optimizer and see if she'll come back to life. Right, let's have a look what state this is in then. With a bit of a brush of some sort, just to get that crap off there so it don't all fall into the cavities. Not that there's probably any saving this. Are they threaded or no, they just pull out? Right, well, it's very dry, but I don't think I'm going to be able to show you, but it's very, very clean in there. It's not oxidised or anything, so maybe, I mean that's deionised water in there, so is it worth just trying to see if she'll come back? Yeah, that's going to take me some time, so let me get it topped up with water. We'll get it on the old optimizer and then see what happens. Right, she's topped up with water. I've got it on the optimizer and that's come up with standby. Now normally I can press this button and it will go into recovery and then charge, and it's not responding at all. Might be a sign that she's fucked. But I'm just going to leave that for 10-15 minutes, see if that status changes at all. Right, I've got this connected to a different battery charger because that one wouldn't come off standby for some reason, and this one, little light there indicating that it's full. The battery's full. It's not charging because it's full. It quite clearly isn't. Let's just see if it's drawing anything. Should we turn it on? It might help. So connect there. And that's saying 0.5. See, half a volt. But that is saying it's full. I'll leave it on for a bit, but I think we can probably say that that battery's fucked. But having said that, I've got a known good battery. It's the wrong battery, it's way too big, it's off the GPZ. I've connected that up and we are still getting absolutely diddly fucking squat. No lights, no horn, no indicators, absolutely nothing. So I'm wondering now, turn that off, is that battery, I wonder, completely shorted out and it's blown a fuse or shorted something out on the bike? Possibly. I don't know. Let me go through the wiring, see if I can find a fuse or anything like that, and we'll take it from there, I suppose. Okay, now in order to get the seat off, I need to remove both side panels because under the seat is where the fuse is, and I suppose I shouldn't be surprised at this, but these ones that hold this side panel off, totally fucking seized. I've had the old impact in there and it's just fucking rounded them off. Now the problem with drilling them is that the screw can get so hot it actually melts this panel, but I have no choice. Try and keep it to a minimum to keep the heat down. Could really do with it on a paddock stand, but can't be bothered. Actually, that one's irrelevant because it's broken off. So I've probably got to have a new side panel anyway. There we go. That wasn't too painful. So, yeah, that's bust anyway. So we'll attempt to repair that. Otherwise, new panel job. Right, what holds this fucking seat on? Can't even see what holds it on, to be honest. Is it them suspension bolts? Could be. Anyway, right, I'm going to fuck about with that, and I'll bring you back when I got the seat off, I suppose. Oh, this is all a big learning curve, isn't it? Right, to get the seat off, you have to strip all of these sissy bars off, which is a fucking stupid design if you ask me. And you have to get them off to expose these bolts. They're covered over with these panels. Those two bolts then lift the seat off, and then when I got the seat off I found that I didn't need to because the main fuse was tucked away in here, so I could have got it without taking the fuse off, the seat off. But even more annoying It was still a complete bloody waste of time, because to be honest, those fuses look absolutely fine to me. So we'll just stick this in continuity and test them. Fuse 1. No, is that blown? Right. Let's pull them out of this fucking stupid holder, and I can see them properly. Let's not, because it looks like they might break. Trouble is, you guys are in the way. Right. I don't think they're blown, but oh, hang on there. No, they're fine. But that one, I'll clean them up, because they're not blown, but they're I'm sort of having to jiggle it about a bit to get any sort of continuity. Now we've got those opened, in actual fact. Let's put the ignition back on. Just see if we get anything. Maybe I've just jolted it into life. No, absolutely dead as a post. And you guys always know I love an electrical problem, don't you? I fucking love electrics, me. That looks a bit of a bodge, doesn't it, there? But I still don't think that that is the issue. Actually, we can completely take this off. There we go. Right. Let me check that through. Make sure that's all clean and everything. We'll put it back on. Fairly certain that's not the issue. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. It's there, look, staring me in the fucking face. The main one. The main fuse. 30 amp. And it's got the fucking shit blown out of it. Have I got one though? I don't know if I've got a 30 amp. Let me have a root through my stash and see what I've got. That's it, I'm talking away to the fucking camera. It's not even switched on. Right, I found one. So things are looking a little bit more hopeful now. Let's pop that in there. So yeah, that's my theory at the minute, that battery's shorted and it's blown the main fuse. So let's plug. You know, it's just blown straight away, instantly. I heard it go. Yep, straight away, as soon as I plug that in, that's blown, and I've not even got the ignition on either. So we need to find why that is doing that. And I have to be honest, I haven't got a fucking clue when it comes to electrics like this, but we'll start off by removing this block thing here, whatever that is. But yes, it's definitely got a dead short somewhere, because instantly, it obviously wasn't the battery, but yeah, there's obviously a serious issue. I'm going to go and have a play with that, because I don't know what I'm doing, I'll be honest, when it comes to electrics. So I'm going to poke at a few things and swear at a few things and hope for the best. Right, we've got massive mission creep here. It's gone from one thing to another. Right, this is the starter solenoid, which I believe is fucked, because as soon as you put a fuse in it, it blows. What I can do is cross out the starter by putting a screwdriver across there, and that sends power directly to the starter motor. And therein lies another problem. Listen to this. So the starter motor is running, but it's not turning the engine over. So I think I need to get the starter off, because I think it's probably stuck or seized or what have you. So it doesn't look too bad a thing to do, but I think that's going to be the next job. Order a starter solenoid, pull that starter apart. What sort of is it? 8mm. So yeah, you get one problem and it just leads on to another one. But that's the way it is, isn't it? It'd be boring if it was if I just turned the key and it started. That'd be boring, wouldn't it? So yeah, let's get that starter off, I suppose. Probably get that thing off as well, because that's kind of in the way. But anyways, let's just see how it goes. These things here, they're absolutely great. I've got a whole set of them, so you can use one end to get your leverage to crack your bolt off, and then when you've got it, whip it round the other way like so, and you can spin your bolt out. I was half expecting them to shear off in the fucking engine, to be honest with you, the look I was having, but anyway. These sort of things here, these starter solenoids, if you order direct from Kawasaki, they can be expensive, but people like Temu and AliExpress, they often sell similar copy items, so I'll have a look, see if I can get one there. Do you know what, the more I look at this bike, the more I think it wouldn't be a massive job to tear it down to a bare frame, but do I want to be doing that at the same time as I've got the Kawasaki in that state as well? So yeah, what's that bolt off? Got a bolt down there, I've took off something. Right, that rubber is perished to fuck. Let's get a big old screwdriver, see if I can lever that out. Alright, you can play nicely. Is that how it comes out? Does it lift up or does it? Am I missing a bolt somewhere? See, she'll let go. There's someone else holding that. What's holding it? Come on, behave yourself. Is it just seized? Seized on this bike? Never. Don't think I've got to take this side casing off. I'll show you. Oh. So that's the starter motor from this side. So I've got them two back bolts off. I need to get this cable off here, but I was hoping to get it off when I got the starter motor free. Have I got to undo all of these and get that casing off? Can't see why I should have to. Surely it's that's not necessary, surely. I don't know. Right, again, I'm going to have a tap away at that and see what I can do. I'll tell you what, there's some piss poor design on Kawasaki's part. I've undone them two bolts, and then you've got to slide this starter motor back to get it off. And I can't slide it back far enough because it's hitting these oil pipes. Now, to get those oil pipes off, I don't know if you can see that, but it disappears way into the engine, so that other side cover's got to come off, which seems a pain, but For the time being, I've just popped that back on again because I want to try it once again, because the connector that was connecting the starter motor to the battery, I don't know if you can see that, it hasn't even got a connector on it. Someone had just like trapped that under that wire and tightened it down, and that might be why it's shorting. Now, I've been whacking this starter motor to get it out, and I'm hoping that that might have freed it off, you know, because it's stuck through standing, I'm guessing. So, like I said, I've just temporarily popped them back on. However, I've run out of time. So, we are going to leave it for today, and we will resume this another day. Find out what the crack is. Right, just before I packed away, I've just done another little test, and I found out the reason that the 30 amp fuse keeps blowing. So if you listen to the there's someone bloody strimming in the background, so it's not going to help, but when I touch them together you hear a bleep, so it means they're connected. Now that is the positive connection to the starter motor, and this is the negative connection to the battery, and you can see they're connected, they're shorted out, the starter's shorted. I don't know why, probably going to need a new one, but that's why the fuse is blowing, because the starter is shorted out to negative, shorted to ground. Got to find a way of getting that off. It's probably fucked. We'll take it apart and see if there's anything we can do, but it's probably shorted on the coils inside. So yeah, we'll see if we can find another starter for it, I suppose. Right, anyway, we're done for the day. At least we got somewhere. Cheers.